Coach, yesterday you told us you had a long flight, a lot of time to watch film. Just what did you learn looking back at that game?
Yeah, it unfolded kind of the way I saw it from the bench. There wasn't any new stories on there, so cut the video, get your meeting ready for today, and that's it.
Right side, third row.
Your players talk about how much Bob battles and practice and the work ethic that goes with that. He steals one off the line with the paddle of the stick today. What can that do for your players right after he's been pulled from a game, and what does it say about how you expect him to bounce back?
Yeah, I understand the question. Like, first of all, let's separate the two. So, I mean, all starting goaltenders need practice shots. They don't need practice shots. I was going to try to say something funny, but it was way offside. So, I'll just, I can't use that. So I just say, these guys see so much, but he gets into the net and we don't go very long. And it's great when he pulls one out. So that's part of him, part of his relationship with the team. It's why we do some of those drills that we do that don't seem particularly contested. He likes that, right? So he's not a goaltender that doesn't want the work, doesn't want to see hard shots. He wants to see the hard stuff. And then he's gonna make one of those. He's had runs of those where he'd make those saves, and the guys love that stuff, right? And then they chirp the guy who didn't score, and it's all part of the fun. There's no bounce back. Like, that would be the second part of this. It's not like we were lights out and he had a tough night. We got him out of there because he wasn't going to have anything to do with anything positive that might happen. Fortunately, I think he got 25 minutes of hockey instead of 40. You can get him out of there early. So he comes to play like everybody else.
Left side, third row.
Why are you holding back on the offsides comments now?
Oh, you have no idea. I got one line of question and it, yeah.
Don't quite know how to follow that, I'll take a shot. Everyone, when you go up 3-0 or 3-1, whatever it is in the series, you hear the same line, we gotta match their desperation. Is it something, even for a team in round 4 of a playoff, you have to see that desperation first to really understand what that truly means?
No, I think there's a lot of standard lines that come out. It's the volume of interviews that we do that make sense. I don't know that we're specific about our words. I think we needed to go through that experience. I mean, we would have traded the learning experience for a win, to be honest, but then you have to kind of embrace that learning, and this is true of sports. There are things you learn, but you don't get to necessarily keep them, right? They have to be constantly tested, constantly relearned, or the extreme idea is one team would win the Super Bowl, and that they learned how. Nobody else gets to win a Super Bowl then forever. It's the same team for the next 25 years, right? So you got to constantly relearn, and that's what today was.
Right side, first row.
I have two for you, if you don't
Of
mind.
course you do.
Thanks. I know it's your job and everything, but how tough is it telling guys, hey, it's the Stanley Cup Final, it's the playoffs, but you got other guys that are going to play. You were not going to play, and are you dreading having to do that, or did you already do that to get?
Yeah, that would be the toughest thing, right? But at this point in time, it's hasn't been bark off, so that's going to be. Is everybody good back there? Good. There's a cat in the back. You know when you lose the top off your water bottle at night, you get behind the bed. Yeah, that's what's going on back there. No need to look. So you're gonna have to deal with anything there, George.
It's good.
It is tough. They also understand that for the good of the team, whether you like the coach or not, right? You do the right thing, you handle it as best you can, and you stay as part of the group.
And is there going to be a change tomorrow? It looked like Lombard was back on that left side.
Yeah, I was certainly considering it.
Okay. And my number 2 question really was, Florida Panthers are naming a new, I guess, they're not with the Everblades anymore. Yeah. I'm sure you knew that was coming, heard it through the grapevine, whatever.
Got to go on the inside.
Kind of rough, I mean, that you guys aren't aligned anymore, or?
No, I don't think that's a situation that kind of touches either one of us, right? It makes understandably makes sense for our program with Charlotte, and then the proximity and ownership, and everybody understands that. And then the culture that they have there, the theme that Craig brushed, that whole program that's been built, it's been like that since I was in Hartford, right? Since Mr. Kermanis owned it, they've got their own program. That doesn't change by affiliation over the years.
Back left.
Paul, winning in Stanley Cup is tough, and sweeping is even more difficult. You're still in a comfortable position, if I say that. At what point a comfortable position becomes uncomfortable?
Oh no, there's no comfort in the playoffs, man. Nobody's you're never in a comfortable position in the playoffs. You've earned your wins, you've earned your losses, and it's the same feeling. Every playoff loss feels the same, right? And so I don't know. Maybe other people get comfortable. I haven't had that for 30 years. I mean, but you're never comfortable. Which is good, right? Just gotta harness it.
Take 2 more questions, right side, second row.
Actually, I have two just quickly. Kachuk, Bennett, Ekblad.
All good?
All good, okay. Second one, what's different when the Stanley Cup is in the building and you can win it? What's different about how your team feels, how you feel when the Stanley Cup's in the building and you can win it?
So we'd say, what would be the different feeling going into game 4 than possibly than game 3? Because that's the change. It is different. There's the feeling of the goal sits in front of the game that's played. So in game 3, the goal's behind the game. Can't win it tonight, the game becomes priority. But when you can, then it sits in front of the game and you gotta break through it or figure out a way to get it behind the game again. I don't know if that makes great sense, but what's foremost in your head coming to the rink, you know it's there, right? So there's just not a lot of places to experience it until you get into it. Right? Sometimes it's, you talk about 1 game a year. Is that true? 1 or 2 games a year for 1 or 2 teams, only a year. It's hard to grab that, to experience it. So we went through it. We were fortunate to get a 3-game lead, so we're gonna have the opportunity to feel that at least 4 times. So we're gonna have opportunity to learn. It's not something that you can truly appreciate till you go through it.
There are no more questions. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Okay.